Angelic teaching for session number 3. There we are. With faith and confidence, here we go. Look into my eyes. Build this strength in you. By then you should know how to do that. Create your fields of energy. Focus on the frequency of strength. Build that up from within. Increase its radius. Match it to your auric field. Take care of any different things that pop up. Clear it as it pops up. Increase the intensity. Let's bring you energetically to the next level. What is that brings you strength in your life? Do you know? Is it your past achievements? Is it the people around you? Is it the place where you live? Is it the weather, the elements? Is it your status? Are those your awards bringing you fame, glory, and strength? Start to feel the strength in your own body. How does it manifest itself in physical form? What are the parts in your body that are being announced, increased, stimulated? Is it a part of your brain? Right now, for me, it's the forehead. Do you have any visions of that? It could be an image as a crown, it could be an object as an apple being given to you. It might be the taste, a specific flavor of an ice cream. We're working on with the next tool here, which brings your ability to connect with objects, realities, to encode them. Calling upon a memory, calling upon an object, to get strength from it. Are you caught up in your thoughts? Are you being projected into tasks that you're supposed to be doing? Or is it easy for you to focus on one simple task? In the former teachings, we've been involving as well the breathing a little bit. In this teaching level 4, we're definitely going to use the breathing in and breathing out more and more. Increase the intensity steadily. As you can see, we expand the sessions now on one topic. And I tell you why. Before, when we started on the first sessions, your first teachings, there were so many different parameters that needed to be tweaked in order for you to be able to get into your gifts and talents. And as soon as we will change one, there will be another one that will block, and another one. Or they would be overstimulating others. And we would need to increase and open up and heal and let go. So we were just working on expanding all of that. Now that all those different settings are open, and we've been releasing for each of them all their different symptoms and blockages and limitations. Now it's all about expanding their capacity. See, I could have been focusing today during this session on, power, for example. I chose strength to be working from its inner core. Strength can give you power. Strength can be used in many different forms and shapes. What are the visions that you have right now? Are those visions linked to events of the present, things that you have to do in the near future, challenges, impressions? I'd like you to start noticing those messages more and more. As we work on one topic, such as right now we're working on strength and increasing it. Obviously, you'll start noticing that in the background of it, there are always simultaneous tasks working its magic. And as you increase your intensity, you're able to tap into that. Basically, receiving messages for yourself at the same time as you help others. Isn't that funny? And you can't shut that down, because those messages come at the same time on another layer. So you just have to embrace that as well. The interesting thing is, what are mainly the things that come towards you? And that's the interesting part. Remember, we always work on knowing yourself, right? So are those thoughts, are those emotions, where does it come from? What is it exactly? What kind of category are those? And which timeline are they coming from? Is it the past, the present, the future? Is it this timeline or another one? Is it a past life? What is it exactly? I'd like you to start seeing that there are thousands, literally thousands of different parameters that you can be working on. And the more you identify those different parameters, the more it becomes easy for you to work on them, to play with them, to make them become your ally. And I'd like you to acknowledge that, to embrace that. See, right now we're doing a very specific thing where we're still working on strength, controlling its intensity, creating almost like a mood for the session. And at the same time we focus on other topics. Interestingly enough, the more you work on yourself and at the same time working on your physical world and working on simultaneously on your spirituality, you're getting better and better. Would you be able to identify right now the 3 things on which you'd like to focus or you need to focus in order to improve and better your life? Is it that you need to be working more on your body and being in shape? Is it that you need to eat more healthy? Is it that you need to be focusing on your health or your finance? Is it that you need to bring more friends into your life, bringing more fun into your life, bringing more truth into your life? What is it? There will be always something that's missing. Is it that you're missing of learning something? What is it that needs to be achieved? And how could you make this happen? What would it take for you to do that? Remember to let go of the stress. Now I give you another tool. Sometimes it's difficult to handle all the tasks we have to do because we feel it is too difficult to handle, right? So there is a tool. You're going to create someone. Create someone almost like you're hiring a personal assistant. Right? And you have to define and explain to this person what are the tasks and everything that they need to be achieving in order to make it happen. Funny, huh? by doing this, you take away the emotional part. Let's say, for example, you have to connect with your accountant and create your tax report, tax income, tax return. I'm getting it right. You have to create your tax return. And at the same time, it brings a lot of emotions towards you because obviously it's linked to your finances, to if you were doing good this year or not, the choices that you've made, the mistakes you made, and how you could have spent less on this and increased more of those. And you've got warnings like that, like, this siren, and suddenly as soon as you acknowledge it, it stops, right? Funny, huh? So what you do is you write down on a piece of paper all the things that you need to do. And you're going to put them in a folder. And you're going to call it to-do number 1. And you're going to allocate another name for this person to be doing those tasks. What we're doing here is taking the emotional part away. Because first you need to be able to give those tasks to someone else. That means you have to focus on how this person is going to break down those different tasks to simple tasks to be able to achieve them in the best way possible. Now, the next step is to spend time doing it. And this time it's allowing yourself brackets of time where you will be allocating this person to be. Let's call him James. Well, you're going to give James some tasks. And you're going to tell James to do those tasks at different time frames. It might be today James has to do this and that and that. And you allocate 2 hours to do that. And you're going to watch that James does only this during those period of time. And he has to report to you at the end of it just to tell you how well he achieved them. You're basically allowing yourself control over yourself. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. That this reminds you of some tools we've been using in former teachings, where we will see ourselves interacting with a self of ours from the past, the future, or an aspect of us. Wow. Funny enough, we're bringing this into the 3D world this time. Funny, huh? That's what I like about this energy work. It's about bringing tools from both different directions, right? Most of the time we bring tools from our 3D world to our spiritual world. Or we do the opposite. What would it take for us to be able to do both things at the same time? Blending both. Until now, I've seen many healers, therapists working with their gifts by basically manifesting things, doing an incantation, a prayer, to make something happen, like a contract to come true, to be manifesting an opportunity to meet someone, creating a decoction with a spell on it for bringing love to one person. That goes very far, right? what will it take to take totally different approach as well? And using different gifts, tools, to counteract, to shortcut our emotions, our thoughts, blockages, beliefs. Well, the same way, you keep embracing this path and becoming that other person. What would it take for you to believe that these gems that you give tasks to is actually the better version of you? The version towards which you should get to. Wow. What would it be? What would it take for this person to actually be able to talk another language? Or to do activities that you've never been thinking of doing before? And then progressively blending the two, right? You becoming more and more of gems, and gems becoming more and more of you. You're going to tell me, John, that reminds me of this woman a little bit that you told us about having difficulties of integrating and knowing exactly who she is. Yeah, maybe. You have to understand, playing with energies at those levels involve risks, involve choices. We're talking about making edits, upgrading, enhancing our life, making things happen and manifesting them instantaneously, bending timelines, creating what people would call miracles, expanding your aura that it can be noticeable on videos and pictures at your own will. Manifesting phone calls, manifesting job opportunities, releasing sicknesses from one person's body and soul. Being able to participate in those accomplishments. As being the one of allowing one person to be, allowing the let go. What would it take? What would it take for you to have enough strength How much of your capacities are you using? How much of your capacities are you using? I've seen people being always at 20% of their capacities. Of course, you're going to tell me, John, it depends on how much capacity I had when I started, plus how much I increase and I manifest in my life. Remember, we're talking about balance, settings, and how big the jar is, right? If you're telling me we're at 20% of the jar, but the jar is 5,000 liters when it's full, are we talking of a jar of 1 liter and we are at 80% of it? And how many jars do you have? How many different aspects of yours do you want to be working on? Are you working by yourself or are you working with a team? Are you working for those people? Are those people working with you or for you? See, the way we like to be working, the way we perceive our work, influences on the life we're going to have. I know sometimes it's about picking up the right sentence, one single sentence that is going to activate something within us. One simple word, one simple image. What would that be for you? To activate and to find your inner strength. See, I can be helping you in enhancing your gifts and your capacities. Last teaching number 3, I've been telling you that it was time to act. Now the question is, how much intensity are you going to put into it? Again, it's not about quantity of how many hours you're going to spend into it. It's how committed you're going to be into it. What are the risks that you're facing doing that? Would you put your health in danger? Would you put your family at risk? Would it be of no consequences at all? I have clients, they don't have to work. Their family is taking care of them one way or another. And they've got heaps of time. Others, they've got such a busy, hectic life that they're always stressed. Again, what counts is, are you all happy about everything? Does all of it makes you very happy? Or are you feeling limited? I'd like you to start thinking of all of that. Because it is time. The strength that we're right now building, do you really think it's going to be only used in spiritual world? Why did we choose to be working on strength first? The strengths allow you to tap into those resources of yours. It allows you to endure the challenges. It gives you the ammo. It fuels you. From strength you can go to courage. From strength you can go to passion. It's an energy that can be shifted very easily, transformed very easily to other type of frequencies. Yeah. It's like working with petroleum, oil, either crude or is it already worked and being refined. Can you feel what's going on right now? I'm helping you to feel that by building resources and stacks of different types of energies within your body or outside of you, you're able easily to transform those type of frequencies into something else. That concept we've never tapped into until now. If we were to focus on building up and collecting, harvesting wisdom, there would be many ways of using this wisdom. And the same way we're focusing today on strength, we could be focusing another day on wisdom. The main concept of this that I would like you to understand, to grasp and to integrate is that by building up on one specific energy, you are able to expand its capacities, its radius, its shapes and forms and transmutation. It's almost like being a chameleon, being able to morph from what you are to something slightly different. Of course, that would involve that the chameleon itself will just change and transmute, right? We've got those inner capacities. Remember of the concept of integrating different types of energies and those energies to create a stack of them, and from this stack of energy transmute those energies to something else. When you do that consciously, you're able to then create amazing things with a lot of speed and precision. Talk to you soon.